You want it? You got it. Reality radio done right. No nonsense, real and raw, just like you like it.
He's corrupt, he's inexperienced, and he lies.
Broadcasting from a broom closet in the Arizona Lotus Studios, it's Beef Vegan Presents.
Yo! Welcome back to the show. It's Beef Vegan Presents live on Rock 102.1 KFMA. Good morning, Powers.
Good morning, Beef.
And good morning, everyone out there in Radio Land. Thank you guys for tuning in to the station and the show. We got a good show lined up for you, as always, or as always promised. Sometimes, it's not always a great show. Today will be, on this hump day. We're going to have fun in the podcast broadcast. Our good friend Hot Rock Super Joint is going to join us. And today we're also giving away tickets for the Metal Tour of the Year. Yes, the Metal Tour of the Year featuring Megadeth, Lamb of God, Trivium, and In Flames. They are all performing together on Sunday, April 10th at the TCC. This is a big deal for me because it is a big show that's actually here in Tucson. I'm stoked about it. We posted it yesterday. There was comments. People are excited. Some people are like, when are you bringing back KFMA Day? And if you were listening, I've addressed this. Unfortunately, just with the circumstances with COVID and insurance and the lack of security, blah, 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 a bunch of boring details that you don't really care about. We just couldn't pull off KFMA Day. This is, in my mind, a close substitute. It's not KFMA Day. I get it. But it's still a big deal. It's going to be a good time, and it's here in town. So it's a big show that's going to be happening at TCC. At 7 a.m., I'm going to tell you when you need to listen exactly. So I got 2 appointments set up. When you need to listen exactly to be caller number 10 to win those tickets before they go on sale this Friday at 10 a.m. Mm-hmm. And, of course, Megadeth, one of the big four when it comes to metal bands. Greatest of all time. Yesterday during the podcast broadcast, I broke down the art of deceptive marketing. It's a tool that as websites like Barstool utilizes to effectiveness better than most. And what they do in deceptive marketing is they put together like a top 10 list of, any kind of lightning rod subject. Top 10 greatest singers of all time was the Barstool post that I saw that, there's radio shows probably around the country breaking down that list, thinking that it's a real list. The thing is, it's not a real list. The sole purpose of putting lists together like this is to create conflict and engagement, because enragement is engagement, to get people so pissed off at your list that they comment about it and they share it. And when they share it, the little brand is on that little post that they shared, and they're inadvertently spreading the gospel of the site that posted this, miscellaneous BS.
Now, how do they ensure that it's going to infuriate people with their top 10 list?
They make sure they put a couple lightning rod, subjects on the list that don't belong on said list.
Like almost blatantly don't belong.
Yes. So taking this formula, knowing that every time Barstool posts this, which is almost like monthly, that it trends on Twitter, and the same thing happens time and time again. So they keep fooling people over and over again.
Yeah.
And it works for them. So knowing this formula to a T just by observing this, I was like, well, we could do the same thing, and we should. The show was on a 3-week hiatus. Thank you, COVID. I need to spread the gospel that the show even exists in the first place and that we're back for people who listened. And so we put together this list, the top 10 most metal bands.
Yeah.
And on that list, we have some of the usual suspects, some, heavyweights that deserve to be on any metal list, such as Pantera, Slayer, Metallica, Megadeth. We threw Cradle of Filth out there for, just the sake of love. People were excited about that. And then we put 2 names on the list that we knew people would be furious about.
Hot topics.
Yes. Insane Clown Posse being number 1 of those, and Nickelback being another.
Yeah.
And true to form, we posted it around 12 o'clock, and immediately it hit like wildfire. People were outraged. They were commenting. And I made a joke before I went off the air, be like, well, you better check out that list before it gets deleted. And I was half joking. Come 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I go to check to see how well the engagement's working on this post, and boom, gone, deleted. And
Controversy.
Yes, controversy indeed. There was a misunderstanding. I was furious about it. I was fighting with the person who deleted it for unsaid reasons. It didn't make sense to me. Didn't make sense to them. Either way, it was a pain in the ass, and I had to repost it. Now, luckily for me, the person who deleted it on Facebook is too old to know how to work Instagram and did not delete the post on Instagram. So on the Instagram, on the Rock 1 2.1 KFMA page, we got tons of great comments. Can I read a couple of them for you real quick?
Can you please?
Yes. Okay. I got Nickelback, question mark, laughing face emojis, about 10 of them, and then stop it. Let's see. Why isn't Angel Dust on the list? Let's see. Insane Clown Posse, LMFAO. Nickelback is not metal. Nickelback is in Clown Posse, Slayer, Pantera, whatever, fine. But man, this is some WW culture right there. I don't know what WW culture means. Yeah. Corrosion of conformity, go all the way or stay home. Like, okay, well, that's a strong argument.
What?
This is horrible. Let's see. And this is actually on the Instagram. It was super nice. On Facebook, people like to get a little more trolly and more real with their responses. Like Christina, she wrote, "Who the F will put Nickelback above Metallica? Nope, just nope." And it's great because our streamers and our OG listeners, our numbered listeners, they came to the defense of the show. They were promoting the show. They were kind of trolling the people that were falling for this list, but they did not reveal that it was a troll list.
Yeah.
And I applaud that. Thank you guys for keeping up the ruse. So this is what we're going to do. Because I had high traffic on the first time I posted it. I reposted it at 7:00 at night. That's when less people are using Facebook. Doesn't get the amount of reach that a normal list would do. And a lot of people in initial posts were complaining that there were certain bands not on this list, like Korn and most notably Slipknot. And I'm like, oh yeah, you know what? You were right. Slipknot needs to be on this list. So the original list, we had Nickelback at number 4.
Yeah.
ICP at number 8. So we had Tool on there at number 3. So what we did was we updated the list. We took Tool off.
Yeah.
We replaced them with Slipknot. But we didn't put Slipknot in number 3. We put Slipknot in number 4, and then we bumped up Nickelback to number 3.
Very generous.
And we're going to post that right now and sit back and see what happens.
Yeah,
it's
fun.
This is a lesson in deceptive marketing.
So join in, and remember, you can add that GIF of Michael Jackson eating popcorn. Add just people applaud. Just you love it. You love to watch a fire just spread when it's safe and controlled.
Absolutely. And the best part about this is you guys are in on the joke. So there's going to be lots of people that are going to get outraged over this. They're not in on the joke. Hopefully they'll tune in. They'll become in on the joke. But until then, they're just going to be, I guess, trolled
just
and
a bunch
pranked.
of marks. That's right.
So that's how we're starting off the show. Join us on the Rock 1 2.1 Facebook page to watch the chaos ensue. We got our morning moron coming up after Godsmack. Here's Blind Melon to kick things off. It's Rock 1 2.1 KFMA. Beefing presents. Let's go. Oh, and we're back here live. That was our show open this morning. We're going to share some of these comments here visually. But first, do you smell some, Powers?
Oh, that smells good.
Yeah, I smell weed. Oh, it's Hot Rock.
What's up, homies? Thanks for having me, yo.
Yes, welcome back. I missed you, Hot Rock. It's been a quick minute, over 3 weeks. Did you have a good Christmas break?
I had a great Christmas break. I had a great New Year's break, homie. I'm just ready to have fun with you and laugh at people that think that your list is real, yo.
Did you see that? Did you know what we were doing when I posted it?
It was great. I was a little upset that I wasn't on that, and I was also a little upset that I just need to make sure. Am I the morning moron? Because you said we'll be back with the morning moron, and then I'm on the show. So
No. Yeah. That was pre-recorded. Yeah, the timing was suspicious. I'll give you that, Hot Rock. But you're definitely no moron. I love you, buddy. Let's go through some of these comments here. So we did update the list as we were talking about, just to re-troll, because the original list was this. And our streamers yesterday helped us put together this list. And the reason why I decided to do this was because I saw that Barstool was trending yet again when they put it together a top 10 male vocalist list. And they put like Jesse McCartney on it, and they left Freddie Mercury off the list, very purposely. And of course, the internet is outraged, and that's what happens. So we put Nickelback on our list because everyone hates Nickelback, and that's pretty metal, to be honest with you. And ICP, same reason, even more metal. But of course, people freaked out. So we wanted to update it because a lot of people were like, what about Slipknot? And we're like, oh, people take this list seriously.
That's right.
So we're like, oh, you're absolutely right. We're going to put Slipknot back on here. And then we put Slipknot on, replace him with Tool, and then bump Nickelback up to 3, which heads then exploded. Yes.
Look at that. Good reactions. Hilarious.
Yeah. So some people like Hubbard said, fuck Nickelback, remove them and add Tool. And I was like, I responded with, how about new?
How about new? Because that's the fun game. It's just like when everybody says things like, what gift do you respond with?
Yeah.
You just got to respond with gifts, man.
You
it's
do.
the funniest thing on earth.
You kill them with kind gifts.
And you do. You kill them with kind gifts.
Mm-hmm.
Well done.
So this is my favorite. My favorite comment was from CP. And he said, you're an insult to metal. I am literally one of the few people who still loves ICP, but you jerks just called them metal. Nickelback, go find a cliff and stop ruining everything, Karen.
What does that even? They're just throwing catchphrases out.
Yeah.
Karen.
So it's great because our streamers got in on the trolling as well. And I see you. I see you, Nick. I see you, Manny. I see everybody out there throwing the list. But the one thing they haven't done, which is great, and I applaud again, is they have not ruined the ruse, even though I did post a video clip explaining what we're doing.
Again, you've said it on the radio, on the air, what we're doing as well, which is funny. It's not quite a secret.
That's the beauty of this, is that we're not pranking our people who are listening.
Right.
They're in on the joke.
Yeah.
We're pranking people who aren't listening, and then hopefully they will become listeners because they, know that we exist, and that's the only reason why we're doing it, because all press is good press. And if they become listeners, then they become in on the joke. And then it's a good time.
Yeah.
But if they don't listen, then fuck you. You're the joke.
Yeah.
All right. No cursing. We're going to get on the air. And I say this because I'm the only one cursing.
I was about to say.
Rock on a 2.1 KFMA. Welcome back to BFG Presents, the podcast broadcast. Joined us live via satellite, stoned somewhere in Arizona, is weed rapper Hot Rock Superjoint. Good morning.
That's me, yo. Thanks for having me again, Beef.
Yeah, no problem, dude. We got a lot of things we're going to cover with Hot Rock, talking about the break, and also another weed rapper, Snoop Dogg. He has a story that's making headlines. We'll share that here in a little bit. But first, let me just tell you this, Hot Rock and Powers. Both of you guys, you're pranksters at heart. I know it.
I don't know, but go on.
Have you ever?
I do be.
Yeah, I know you do be.
He do be a lot.
Have you ever glitter bombed anybody?
No.
You say no. Hot Rock, no?
No,
as
homie,
well.
I'm usually the one getting glitter bombed, but go ahead.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, anyone who's trying to glitter bomb you in the future, they should probably stop, because 2 female roommates in Florida were arrested on Monday after allegedly perpetrating a glitter attack on a male victim. They were arrested for this.
Okay.
It was a glitter, quote unquote, attack. Now, according to police, the 29-year-old and 27-year-old were outside the man's house around 3 a.m. and began arguing with him while he was standing on his balcony. And we don't know what they were arguing about. Probably about who was going to go first in the Devil's Threesome, right? I don't know. But then they began throwing glitter at him. They were just throwing glitter at him.
Oh, they throwing okay.
They brought glitter to the party, apparently, and the guy should have been open for this. This sounds like a good time, to be honest with you.
Sure.
Sparkling and getting it on with 2 girls at the same time. Score. Let me refocus, because now mentally,
I can see the thought balloon above your head.
Yeah, that's hot.
Okay,
I'm gonna go
back to
Pornhub and just
back
search
to
glitter. Okay, I'm sorry. Well, anyways, one of the women jumped the fence, threw more glitter, and then she made her getaway, and she got some of the glitter went into his apartment through the front door. They ran off, but cops later found them, and they found them right when the women, because they were able to find the women because they followed a trail of glitter leading to their vehicle.
I was about to say, I'm sure they caught them red glittery handed.
They Scooby-Dooed them.
Yeah.
It's
ridiculous.
And both roommates were hit with a felony charge of burglary with assault or battery, because glitter is no joke in Florida.
Apparently.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you.
Yeah, so I had to tell that, and I had to unravel that crazy story from Florida. It's a Florida story of the day, but just as a PSA and a lesson that glitter bombing is now a felony. So as funny as it may seem, you could end up going to prison for it.
Now, this was a little less intricate than I thought it was going to be. I thought this was like the guy who makes the glitter bomb package annually, like with Macaulay Culkin and gets porch pirates.
Yes,
I thought it was that, and I thought maybe someone built one of those and it just exploded wrong.
Nope.
This is just drunk girls throwing glitter at some dude.
Yeah.
That's
it. And that's a felony in Florida.
Okay.
They don't mess around. I mean, you could do meth out in the streets, out in the open. That's fine. But don't you dare throw glitter in somebody's apartment or you're going to prison.
That's ridiculous.
PSA of the day. When we return, Snoop Dogg is shilling more products. This latest one, actually, I'm a fan of.
Okay.
And I'll explain more of that. Arby's is helping us become really obese with a new promotion. We'll talk about that and a whole lot more with weed rapper Hot Rock Super Joint. Plus, we're sharing our favorite outraged comments of our troll post, the top 10 most metal bands ever. Oh, we posted that list on Facebook and it exploded. People are very angry. We're going to laugh at their misery on the podcast broadcast stream. You can join us there by watching the live stream on our Facebook page or youtube.com/beefvegan. More Beef Vegan Presents podcast broadcast coming up next. Stick around. All that house cleaning. Mention, plug.
That's fine. Glitter is so who wrote Jennifer hates glitter. Glitter is the herpes of the crafting world. That's what my friends say.
Yeah.
You get glitter and it's just in your house forever.
Yeah. Did I kick you? Did you go backstage or you disconnected?
No, homie. As my weed man was called, he's got some new strain in, and it threw my whole phone off the hook, yo. So I had to hold on, homie. I'm on the radio. Let me get back, yo. So I'm back, homie. I'm sorry about that. I don't know what he's calling this early in the morning. That's crazy.
Right, 9:15. Oh, maybe he's watching the stream. He's like, I see you on TV.
Get that weed money, yo.
Hustle.
How do you still got a weed guy with all the dispensaries? I'm surprised you're not on the payroll. Is there any dispensaries utilizing the Hot Rock Super Joint brand? I know Bud's Glass House up in Phoenix.
Glass Joint. Bud's Glass Joint.
Right. They have a Hot Rock bong. They have you on their billboard. I mean, he's a superstar.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
No, I was going to say, like, you should look into the licensing of this sort of stuff. Get your own papers and things.
He's probably all over it already.
That's a great idea, homie. I'm going to do that, Powers. That's awesome.
Oh, seriously, though, because you even draw and do all the art. Like, that's your because his most previous comic was so funny, too, and well done.
Yeah. He continues to get featured in Phoenix New Times. So Hot Rock is a man of many talents and always hustling. But yeah, I mean, if anything, we're going to talk about the Snoop Dogg story. And I teased it. I might as well talk about it now. You should be just following Snoop Dogg's blueprint in a way because, you know, Snoop Dogg is the biggest sellout when it comes to hip hop artists, period. The guy has
get that money.
Yeah,
gotta get that weed money, yo.
Yeah, he has his name on everything. Now, of course, he has his own line of weed, and that makes sense. But Snoop Dogg has what he did, Snoop on a stoop. So he was doing Elf on a Shelf.
He was doing
At one point, you know, obviously branding clothing. And his latest venture is Snoop Dogg's Snoop Dogs.
Whoa.
Okay. So he is selling now hot dogs. Snoop Dogg's hot dogs. They're called Snoop Dogs, legitimately. Yeah. And I mean, it's kind of smart at the same time. You're like, come on, man. How much stuff are you going to try to sell us? The hot dogs do look good, though. You know, they're actually bigger. So that's good. You know, a little bit longer. They go outside the bun. You got about 3-inch dog before you even get to the bun. But, you know, Snoop is he's tall and he's skinny and he's his brother. So you can imagine he's packing at least 13. So there's 13-inch dogs you can get from Snoop Dogg. Just check them out in your grocery aisle. I don't know. And they're not filled with weed.
He's like the Kiss of hip hop, yo. How Kiss has like got their name on everything. Snoop Dogg's got his name on everything, yo.
You're not wrong.
That's a good point.
100%. You are not wrong because like they merchandise everything and it's smart. I mean, and in reality, can you name a Snoop Dogg album beyond Dogfather?
What do you mean?
Like name
Doggy
an album,
style, homie. The first
Beyond.
Oh, after.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jeez.
Was sensual or sexual seduction? Was that the name of the album?
No, that was just that was a song. So
Because I love me some sensual seduction. I like the radio version.
yes. So the way that Snoop Dogg made his career, right? He made a classic album with Doggy Style. You know, anyone that likes West Coast rap will regard that as one of the top 10 greatest. Dogfather was kind of a bust, but everyone checked it out because he was still red hot. And then he was able to make some singles, get some ghostwriters, and still be somewhat relevant, but not really put out good product since 1995.
That's not true.
100%.
No, he's on other people's albums. He's on other people's tracks, just like all rappers. That's where he gets it. Too.
I know, but he's never been good Snoop Dogg since the Doggy Style, to be honest with you. Like his flow and everything.
That one with Pharrell, yo. That shit was hot, yo.
Yeah, that's Pharrell. You give it up to Pharrell. It was Pharrell and Ghostwriters. And, you know, Pharrell, and it was one of those producers who was smart enough to be like, hey, Snoop Dogg, the brand, the icon, you know, I'll make a song for you that's going to be fire because you can't do it on your own.
You know, that's everybody. Like 80%, 90% of the music industry. That's just how it's done.
I need to get some ghostwriters, yo.
Yeah.
Right?
And see, Todd, I just sent you an email invite. Why don't you jump in here and read me a list of Snoop Dogg albums? Because he has been putting out album after album after album for now over 2 decades, but nobody gives a flying F. And nobody, they don't. If they're not good albums, but he has still been able to brand himself, merchandise himself, and make money outside of music just for being Snoop Dogg for this entire time.
He's king of the cameo as well. Like, I don't mean just cameo. He's probably doing that, but I mean cameos in movies and things like that. Like Snoop shows up. It's the best. I'm surprised Snoop hasn't even showed up in a Muppet movie yet. Like he's somehow like, even they'd get Snoop.
Yeah.
I bet Snoop has interacted with Muppets. I guarantee it.
Here, let's welcome Todd Marley to the stream. Good morning, Todd.
What's up, guys?
What's up,
All
Todd?
right. So while we were talking about this, you actually looked up how many albums Snoop's put out, and
I googled it, and Doggy Style was 1993, but like this list is huge. The Tableau Carpet, The Last Meal, The Dogfather was a great one. That was 96, his last great, as mentioned. But
and
also
that was Death Row.
2016's High, 2019's I Want to Thank Me.
Right.
No Limit, Top Dog, 1999, Ego Trippin', 2008, Bush, 2015. Like I could keep going.
Yeah, it keeps going. He put out a reggae album for a minute, and for a minute
Lion,
there,
Snoop Lion
in 2013.
yes, and we did rock that. I did rock Snoop Lion for a minute because I did enjoy that. It wasn't that bad. The single, the album was garbage, but you know he put out a single where I was like, okay, Snoop has smoked enough weed to be considered Rastafari. You know, same way as Hot Rock could put out a reggae album.
I Remon.
Yeah, see? There's a certain amount. At what point in the amount of weed, how much weed would you have to actually officially smoke before you could be considered reggae?
Like half of what I do now, yo.
Yeah. So
I'd have to cut it way down.
I got to come back, yo.
yeah. So my point was proven. And thank you, Todd. So how many, if you put a number on it, how many albums in total has Snoop put out?
Hold
Quick
on.
count.
420.
Nah, that's
I was
the
going to say,
goal.
what are the sales? But just out of my own curiosity, because I was piquing my own curiosity, it's like, yep, Snoop Dogg did appear with the Muppets on a very Muppet Christmas.
Yeah, of course he did.
Nice.
Yep. So it's like, again, like he's just, it's because him and Martha Stewart are best friends too.
Yeah.
42.
42 albums?
420 with the
That's
zero.
420 with a zero.
Wow. Wow.
He's got to call it there. You got to say,
Um,
I made 42 albums. I'm not releasing any more. Zero.
I mean, this
Amazing.
is also, I am counting in like 2016's Cousins, where it was Snoop and somebody else, not exclusively Snoop
Whatevs.
albums. In that
right.
list.
Probably Daz Dillinger. Yeah.
I'd have to actually click on it to find out. And I'm,
Yeah.
well,
That's
now
his
I'm going
cousin.
to.
All right. Is it Daz?
That's a bridge too far.
You're right. You are correct. Daz Dillinger.
Wow. Look at me.
And here's Snoop just dressed as the Count because he's fun.
Yeah, he's selling that too. I mean, I seen the Snoop Dogg cookbook. You know, when I go out, I see Snoop Dogg's branding all over
with
the
Martha
place. He's
Stewart
selling-
on those lighters, which,
Yeah.
by
Yeah.
the way, those are actually great for lighting other things. Just
Oh,
okay.
it
Fireworks.
works. Yeah.
It works really good. Well, that's good. At least he's not just putting out garbage.
Yeah.
And Anthony says net worth of $150 million. He's not making much on those albums. He's not making anything on the albums, but he doesn't need to.
Yeah.
You got Snoop Dogg underwear. You got Snoop Dogg hot dogs. You got Snoop Dogg Twinkies, the whole nine. You know,
so fun. Any type of pun, hilarious.
Right.
Like that's what it's always going to be.
Yeah, Snoop Dogg treats.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's so good. Good for Snoop. Snoop-a-loop.
Nah.
The Snooper Market.
I'm all for it.
The Snooper Market.
That is a thing. That Snooper Market. SNOOPERMARKET.com. Snooper Market.
Oh, Jesus. That's an actual thing.
That's an actual thing.
Oh my God.
Wow. That's amazing.
It's got DMX stuff on it. Oh, he's shouting respect.
Well, that's good. Yeah, well, yeah, DMX and Snoop Dogg did a versus battle. So that was before he got passed away, or before DMX passed away. And that was sad to watch. Honestly, you could see that DMX was going to pass away just from his health and his memory. He couldn't remember half his lyrics. And the guy partied hard. So that's kind of understandable. But he was grossly overweight, very winded. It was sad to see. And sure enough, about 6 months later, he passed.
His funeral was boss. You see that?
Yeah.
A monster truck. Beast. That's how you do it, DMX.
Yeah, here is the
Hold on,
stream.
I got a better share there.
Okay. Oh, you got something? What do you got first?
No, I mean, same window, just shared in a better way.
All right.
This is Snoop's Home Goods.
Oh, this is just Snoop's website.
These
Nuts. These nuts. That's amazing. That's amazing.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, he's just continuing to capitalize everything that he's known for off of the album Doggy Style and Doggy Style alone. And he look at that book. I seen that book. Obviously, there's apparel, but every musician has apparel. So candles. What else? What's the most
candles? I got candles. I got books. I gotta get busy here, yo.
I know. I'm telling you, you should be. You should have a net worth of 420 million.
That's right. Ooh, that was a weed reference right there. Yeah,
it was. The Doggy Style jacket is nice.
Mostly shirts. This is a mostly apparel site, which is I'm a little disappointed. There's not more Snoop related gimmicks.
Right. Yeah.
Did you know he did the Bible of Love? This is an album. It exists. You had no idea.
What does that mean?
Bible of Love?
Yeah.
That's the Snoop album.
You know, yeah.
Okay.
That's his Bible, just talking about love, man.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know.
Well,
I'm
now
just
this
guessing.
is less interesting.
Yeah. All right. Well, excellent, Todd. Appreciate that. See?
I want to give a shout out to Jeff that merchandising. The Great Yogurt did say that. It's true. That's a 6 Spaceballs reference.
Okay. Yes.
Boom. Mel Brooks all day.
Yes. He Powers appreciates old references because he likes dropping them constantly.
Mel Brooks is a classic.
Yes, Mel Brooks is a classic. And then you mentioned what the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup advertising tagline.
What is the slogan for Reese's Peanut Butter Cups?
Oh, that's a game.
I honestly have no idea.
You don't know it?
It was that long ago. That's what I'm saying.
When I say it, you'll remember is there's no wrong way to eat a Reese's. Do you know that now?
Okay. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but when he said that, he's like, well, I guess there is a wrong way, which is a great pun. I got it, but it didn't make sense. Hold on. Rock 1 2.1. We're live on the air. Sorry. But my point was,
there's a radio show going on here.
My point in there's no wrong way to eat a Reese's reference earlier was that was a marketing tagline from like over a decade ago, which is known and a lot of people may remember it, but I think more people forgot that was the catchphrase.
That it was like Nike's Just Do It, where it'll always kind of be their standard. And then they'll say other things as time goes on. But man, what do I know?
Well, on the podcast broadcast stream, joining us, we have weed rapper Hot Rock Superjoint and Todd Marley, both via satellite. We were talking about Snoop Dogg's latest venture because this guy knows how to make money more than he knows how to make great albums. We discovered, look, I'm not hating on Snoop Dogg that hard. I do love Doggy Style. I think that's a fantastic record. And then everything else after that's been, forgotten and people don't even realize he's still putting out albums because you see Snoop Dogg's brand and merchandise everywhere.
Yeah.
He's in the game. He's working with Martha Stewart. So I came across a story about Snoop Dogg having Snoop Dogs. These are actual hot dogs that he is going to be selling now with his brand, and they won't get you high. They're not edibles.
Oh.
So you out? I know. Hot Rock's out.
Oh, serious. I'm out of here, yo.
Serious. And the hot dogs are good. You ever have like, what are the hot dogs? My favorite hot dogs, the Jewish hot dogs, they are Hebrew National.
Yes.
But Hebrew National frustrates you, and there's always a Jewish joke in there. And I'm Jewish too, so I'm not gonna say the joke, but they give you 7 hot dogs, and the hot dog buns are sold in packages of 8. So they kind of screw you on this, but they're delicious hot dogs. The Snoop Dogg's hot dogs, they're gonna screw you over in a different way because you can't find buns that are long enough to fit the hot dog.
That's right. Snoop's got a little bit of that extra.
A little bit extra, even longer than the foot long. Even if you get a foot long bun, he'll give you 14.
There you go. He's a tall, skinny man.
Yeah, and he's a pimp. So while we were talking about Snoop Dogg and his lack of relevancy when it comes to putting out albums, Todd jumped in and pointed out that he's actually featured and put out 42 albums.
Yes.
42. And I know, even though this is a rock audience, I know that our audience couldn't name more than 3 albums from Snoop Dogg. It's insane to think of when you put out 42 albums.
Yeah, that's the math right there, because you're right. Like, Snoop's been really coasting on these hits.
Yeah, he's been singing gin and juice a long time.
He'll be doing it at the Super Bowl this year, making that money selling hot dogs as well.
I guarantee he's only gonna do songs off of the Chronic and the Chronic 2001, Dr. Dre's albums, and of course Doggy Style, and nothing off the other 38 albums he's featured on.
The other 38 albums.
That's
for
right.
Almost 30 years.
We're going to continue this conversation with Todd Marley and Hot Rock Super Joined on our podcast broadcast stream. You can join us on the Facebook page. We got more Beef Vegan Presents coming up after the break. Keep it right here. Clear. All right.
Okay, so here's the breakdown.
Okay.
18 studio albums, 17 compilation albums, 1 video album, 3 EPs, 175 singles, 4 soundtrack albums, 25 mixtapes, only a single reissue, 16 promotional singles, and 5 collaborative albums.
Jesus.
I'm trying to think of a weed-related partridge in a pear tree joke, but I don't got it.
Right. And a partridge and a pear tree.
Gotta figure out how to get me some hot rock dogs, yo. Some
I'm telling
weed infused hot rock dogs. That would be
Look,
awesome.
how many albums did you put out, Hot Rock, as a weed rapper?
As a weed rapper, I think I'm on 4 plus the guided meditation thing CD. So 4 plus the guided meditation.
So you only have 38 more to go.
I got
wait.
3 albums, the guided meditation album, and a mixtape because bitches love mixtapes. Yeah.
They sure do.
Yes.
Wait, so do you have a legit guided meditation album? Can you tell me about that? For
Yeah, it's
real?
called Chakra Khan, and it's a 20-minute animated guided meditation album for cleaning up your chakras and shit. And it's like
What's the and shit in that specifically? It's really important.
It's on the album it's called Chakra Khan, a guided meditation album for cleaning up your chakras and shit. And that's perfect. And it's 20 minutes, and we smoke some weed, and then we get you into that, that state of where you open and shit, and then we just clean up your chakras all the way from the bottom to the top, and then you're perfect. You go out and you go create awesome stuff, yo.
I love him so much.
He's the best. Yeah, that's
Chakra Khan.
You're not
Chakra
too far
Khan.
away from Snoop Dogg. I think you're on the right path.
Right.
So you'll get there.
Wait, Hot Rock, where is he? Phoenix?
Yeah.
All right, we
Yeah.
got to maybe take the trip. I don't know if you've ever know what the licensing show is.
The what?
It's a licensing show. So this is a thing I did in New York when I had my cartoon character, and it's like if I want my cartoon character on bed sheets and in gumball machines and things like that, and on Toys R Us, all these things are dead. But you get what I mean? Hot topic.
Yeah.
So if you want that, you go to these things, and then there's buyers, and then there's Hallmark, and they're like, we want to make a line of cards. Here's $200,000 to license your thing to just make cards. And the coffee mug company is a different company, and the notebook company is a different company, and this and that. Your brand, and I'm dead serious, and it's now they moved it from New York to Las Vegas.
He's whispering. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I think this is awesome. I'm sure this is how Snoop Dogg got his start, yo.
To some degree. At some point, it's all about merchandising, as we know the great yogurt says. Merchandising.
Still with the Spaceball references. See what you did, Jeff? Jeff,
That's fine.
you created this monster. There's going to be Spaceball references going on until 10 a.m. this morning.
That's right.
And actually probably all the way home when I drive him home today. So thanks, Jeff.
Powers, I'm down.
Ludicrous
Let's make the trip, yo. Let's go get Hot Rock some weed money, yo. I love this.
Yeah,
idea.
but I'm dead serious. We'll talk about it at some point, and it might be something you want to invest in. It costs some money, but it's worth it because I did it, and the person at the booth next to me sold their cute bear characters for $200,000 to American Greetings. Another girl had one image of an angry bumblebee on a sticker and an air freshener and this, and then that character winds up as the air freshener in Bumblebee the Transformers movie that she got I don't know how many tens to hundreds of $1,000s for this one picture.
Really?
That's how licensing works. That's why I've seen the same images of things on 100,000 different products. It's that one picture. And then they put it on 1,000 different products.
Right.
So that's what I'm trying to get to.
Hot Rock's going. I got pictures.
Get it done. Oh, I know it. I know it.
got this picture. I got this picture.
I
And
gotta
what's-
get that picture. I gotta sell that picture, yo. Hot Rock, the meme Hot Rock, right there, yo.
Yeah. Hey, so you don't have any well, first off, I was supposed to go be a guest on Hot Rock's show, which airs every Weed's Nest night.
Weedness Day.
Yeah, Weedness Day, which is tonight, 7 p.m. And it's live, superjoint.com for all the links there. But I was supposed to be a guest, and I was going to be a guest on there, but then I got the COVIDs, which sucked. I know. And I was fine. I could have got high with you, but I would have got you all COVID. So that's not a good gift that I like to give to my friends. But soon we're gonna figure out one of these days that we're gonna pop up and be on the Super Joint show. So that's gonna be fun. I know you haven't done a movie hack here in a few weeks.
There's no good movies out right now, yo. It's all just crap. So after Spider-Man, we just gotta wait for the Doctor Strange. I'm gonna do the Doctor Strange preview hack. It's gonna be what is the new Doctor Strange
The
movie called?
multiverse of madness.
It's gonna be the multiverse of marijuana, and it's just gonna be him getting high on all kinds of weeds. Yo, that's the plan.
How fun.
That's good. Yeah,
But that's
I like
not
that one a
out
lot.
yet. I ain't got that one done yet because I've been getting high and playing video games and shit. Yo.
There it is. I was wondering. I was like, what's going on? Oh, a high video game. I get that. I did that too. I would suggest to you, because I just watched the episode 1, season 2 of Euphoria. And yesterday we talked about
U420.
Yes. And that's a hot show, and it just came back. I know they got trailers. That wouldn't be a bad one to do. And plus I'm a big fan of Sydney Sweeney and her boobs. And
He's
Nick,
going on and on and on about it's amazing.
Sydney Sweeney as the best boobs of 2022. And this is January, but I'm
gonna Google it real quick. Hold on.
Yes,
Google it.
Just keep talking, homie.
That was the homework assignment that I gave listeners yesterday. I said, Google, and Todd, you could do this too. Google Sydney Sweeney boobs and then click on images and sit back and enjoy. They are fantastic. They're amazing. She's a great actress as well. But
I can't be looking at this right now. I'm on the radio, homie.
That's what I said.
Yep, that is a nice set. Yep.
On a scale of 1 to 10.
Market those, man. She should do some licensing with that.
Oh no, trust me.
You should do some licensing.
There hasn't been a role yet that those bad boys haven't been exposed in. So she has definitely been making her mark, so to speak. So on a scale of 1 to 10, honestly, give me a rating on those. Am I wrong? Best boobs of 2022?
They're great.
420.
They're great, homie.
Out of 1 to 10, 9.8.
9.8. See, and Nick on the stream, and I don't know if he's trolling me, and maybe we created a monster. He said 6.
Hey, shut it again right there.
Yeah.
That's trolling right there. There you go.
Yeah.
Poor
You
attention.
seem better. My ass. I mean, honestly, there's those are perfect. Those are perfect and natural too. I know, because I've been stalking Sydney Sweeney for a couple of years. Yeah. Oh,
They do call that stalking. You're right.
yeah. Yeah. So that's my celebrity crush. I'm coming out hot with. Zendaya's in that show too, but I don't even care. Because that's Sydney Sweeney. I think every episode of Euphoria, at least one boob gets exposed, and I think they know their demographic. They got me.
Where's Euphoria? Is this on HBO, homie?
It's on HBO. That's what I
HBO.
asked, because I was like,
HBO, man.
yeah.
Yeah. They're not droopy. What Powers said yesterday off the air said they look heavy, and that is what you want. You want a little weight. You want to be able to gain while you're like, Dude, you only play with them 10 reps at a time. Then you got to take a 30-second break before you play with them again. Those are the kind of boobs you want.
All right. Listen, hang on a second. Listen, I'm very family friendly. I swear. Okay. Don't let this affect my business. I'm a nice person. Yes. We all love boobs. It's fine.
We love them.
It's fine.
Yes, it's okay to. It's natural.
Okay. Or unnatural. Either way, they're fine.
Yes. So what were you going to say?
Oh, who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, no. I'm just apologizing to any future person who tries to be like, look at him. He wants to educate children. He was talking about breasts with these three other people. And now that makes you a monster these days. So, I want to make sure that I'm in the clear.
This is
the
thing. This now is the thing you need to put this in this show is the thing you need to put the word in after. After how long have you been doing this? Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. What? This is the time. You got
he's
it.
High too, though. I mean, he's on Hot Rocks brand.
Yeah.
He gave me hot sauce, THC hot sauce,
Yeah,
which is great.
I want some of that, yo.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. My daughter accidentally put hot sauce on her food, and I was like, "What are you doing? That's the special hot sauce." She's like, "What?" Yeah, okay, and you're not going driving today.
That's so funny.
Mm-hmm. But let's see. Let me give you a quick lesson what not to do when get pulled over by the cops. Okay, if you want to get out of a ticket, one thing you don't do is don't be like backup quarterback for the Seattle Seahawks, Geno Smith. You heard this story, right, Todd?
Yeah.
Todd is a Seahawks fan, and that's why I'm bringing it up.
Okay, one of my best friends, Seahawks fan. What do you do?
He celebrated the end of the season a little bit too hard and got his DUI. He deserves it. He's owning up to it. So.
Yes, he got his DUI. And while he was getting a DUI, maybe if he name dropped well enough, he could have gotten off the DUI. Usually not. But I'll tell you one thing you shouldn't do if you're about to get a DUI. You shouldn't say this. He told officers that he had a little dick and then threatened the cops. So when you're about to get arrested, and if the cop is contemplating, you don't say, hey, officer, I bet you got a small dick. What you gonna do now?
I thought that it was he had a little dick. It's like, hey, you can't be pulling me over. I got a little dick, yo.
Right. No. That's what I thought too. Because I'm like, oh, look at that guy. He's trying to be less threatening to the cops. Being like, listen, I have a very little dick.
No, in fact, actually,
and then threatening. Watch it, cop. I got a little dick. You don't know what I can do with this.
Yeah, and in fact, I would actually recommend you telling a cop that you have a little dick, and it might get you off. Like they might not arrest you. And I'd be like, oh, well, I'm bigger than you, so I'm gonna let you go. I feel bad for you, little guy. Could be something like that.
I don't know if I want to get off on the side of the road from a cop.
No, it's like that South Park
talking about
episode.
A little dick. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, but it's like that South Park episode when China was manipulating the people of South Park, the Americans, by saying, "Oh, you guys are American. You have huge penis."
Very huge penis. Penis.
Right.
Most honorable penis.
Yes, and see, Jeff was he called it too. He pulled the South Park.
That's funny.
So you don't tell a cop that they have a small penis because you're definitely going to get arrested.
Can I add a joke?
Sure.
So this one time, a good friend of mine.
Why are you taking your shirt off,
because
Mr.
there's
Rogers?
a physical. So that's me whipping out my pig penis right there. That's pig penis. Right? You'll love every inch of them. Okay.
Yeah.
So pig penis, he's the total package. Pig penis, a slip of the tongue makes it a little more fun. So I made pig penis bumper stickers, right? And one was on the back of my friend's car. She gets pulled over. She's looking at the cop, looking at her license plate, and then the cop just starts to laugh, just laughing his ass off, right? And he goes back to talk to her, and he goes, "Does that sticker? Where'd you get that?" He goes, "Does that say pig be?" And she's like, "Yes, it does." He laughs. So he's like, "I'm gonna tell you what, that's the hardest I've ever laughed and whatever," and ripped the ticket up and didn't give her a ticket.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And then same thing happened to me years later. Pig penis sticker. The guy sees, laughs, thinks it's the funniest thing, and asks me the same thing. I'm like, "That's pig penis." I did that whole thing. I'll slip of the tongue, blah, blah, blah. And he said, "That's one of the funniest things I've ever seen." He's like, "Just drive slower." They thought it was the funniest thing. So look out. Sometimes you show a cop your pig penis and you get off.
Yeah, okay. I knew there was a payoff to that. That's good.
So funny.
So we got about 90 seconds before we get back on the air. We'll do a little quicker break, but we're going to celebrate Good Guys Jimmy Eat World.
Oh,
Jim Atkins in particular, Jimmy Eat World has always been a major proponent of unsigned local Arizona musicians. Always. And they don't get the credit they deserve. They just announced they were going on tour with Dashboard Confessional, which is great, but they're bringing along a local artist that Hot Rock, you probably know.
Who they bringing along, homie?
Sydney Sprague.
Ooh,
yeah.
Nice.
Yes. Now, Sydney, let me see if I can pull up her Spotify as well. Give her some shine. If I can, but
was this all this dead air? So now you want to hear an extra little joke about pig penis? So now one day I woke up and I got Pistol Panda and I go, wait, I'm family friendly now. It's pronounced pig be nice. Take that, kids.
Yeah.
And then one day they grow up and they go, I get it.
See
that? You find it yet?
Oh yeah. Well, yes and no. I accidentally signed up with my
What'd you sign up for?
I signed up using my Facebook account, which kind of messed it up. I needed my Beef Vegan Spotify, which I pay money for.
Oh,
Yeah.
fancy.
I know.
And remember, everybody, do not listen to Spotify.
Here,
Only
Ron.
listen to terrestrial radio.
Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. We're chilling on the podcast broadcast. I guess Power's cracking up. Todd and Hot Rock Super Joint. I'm trying to
He's
multitask.
He's trying to use Bing, and there's too much dust on the website. It doesn't work.
Yes. Sydney Sprague is who I'm giving shine to right now. And I'm probably saying her name wrong, but she's an Arizona artist.
Okay.
And the reason why I'm saying her name is because I want to celebrate Good Guys Jimmy Eat World. Jimmy Eat World announced yesterday that they're going on tour with Dashboard Confessional. What you don't know is they're also bringing along an artist, Sydney Sprague, who, is making moves, and she is an artist from Arizona, I believe. And maybe she's not from Arizona. Maybe this whole segment is for nothing. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. I now have to double check. But either way, she's a great kind of up and coming artist, and Jimmy Eat World does a great job. Jim Atkins in particular does a great job of bringing unsigned local artists out on the road with them. He's done this before with bands like, say, Courtney Barnett. No, not Courtney Barnett. God damn it. You know what? So let's scratch this whole segment because none of the names are coming to mind. I know, it's great. It's a contact high from weed rapper Hot Rock Super Joint.
It's true.
I'm blaming that instead of the COVID brain.
I looked her up, and one thing's true. She's cute.
Okay.
There you go.
Where's
She's
she
cute.
from?
I'm trying to find it. It's not there. Oh, what about a new resident? She's a 20-year-old now, a resident of Phoenix, Arizona.
There you go.
There
Okay,
you go.
good. Okay, so she is local. So let me get back to this. So Jimmy World is bringing up and coming act Sydney Sprague out on the road with them to, help bring them, just basically give her exposure. And they don't need to do this at all. The fact that they continue to do this for Arizona acts has been one of those tried and true things that Jim Atkins and Jimmy Eat World does. They really help other Arizona artists try to get to that next level. And it's something that I commend. It's one of the reasons why I love Jimmy Eat World so much. And I just wanted to shed some light to it. Share. Okay.
Pat on the back, a
Yeah,
good
thank
time, Beefs. He knows what he's doing. He likes to do all these great things for talking about people doing nice stories, making you feel good on the radio.
Yeah, there were some other bands too. I'll remember them. But they had the experience too, the rock star experience. So kudos, Jimmy Eat World. And that's the end of this segment. Let's take a quick break, hit the reset, be back with the beef tip, and continue to troll on Facebook on our podcast broadcast stream. You can join us there on the Facebook page, youtube.com/beefvegan. It's Beef Vegan Presents and Rock 102.1 KFMA.
Yeah.
Clear. Yeah. All right. So
Oh, God.
I know I just brain farted all over it. I'm going to blame COVID brain.
It's that COVID brain, homie.
You need
Brain
Hot Rock
charted
to
all
come
over that
down
one.
and just sit in studio with you, just so you have the excuse of getting the contact on.
That's true.
Have that to write off on it.
The first show I ever did as like a performing musician in Phoenix was one of the first shows that Jimmy Eat World did. It was the Central High Battle of the Bands in like 93, 94, some crap like that. So I've always had Jimmy Eat World just to show how little I've achieved as
accomplished.
A musician.
Yeah,
exactly. This is great having him in there.
Did you lose that Battle of the Bands as well?
No, we lost that. We was no good. It was early on. Jimmy Eat World won it, and look at them now. And now I'm on the radio with Beef Vegan.
Right. Oh, I'm sorry to be a rock bottom.
So you're the one that really won, is what he's saying.
Yeah.
I am.
With that though, do you recall how good they were actually at the time? Did
It
they
was
sound
awesome,
clean?
homie. The bass player in my band was going to Central High at the time, Mike, and he loved him. He's like, "Oh my God, Jimmy Eat World is playing the show. We get to play with Jimmy Eat World." I'm like, "I don't know who that be," but he was, it was his high school, so he was all about it.
I'll tell you what, Jim Atkins, I had him over at the house on the show one time, and it was weird because, like, one thing, he lives in Central Phoenix, and I wanted him on during the morning show, but he's a rock star. He didn't want to do that. So he agreed to come over to my house in the afternoon. That's not my element. My brain stops working around 10:30. And a lot of people would argue it stops at 9.
I was like, sometimes 9:45.
Yeah. But he came over and it was just me and Jim. And we did an hour radio podcast on the air as like a special to promote an upcoming show that he was doing at the Marquee or something. And he was good. He's super nice, but he reminds me of Rivers Cuomo in the way that and if you don't know how Rivers Cuomo acts, he also reminds me of who's the name of the actor who played George McFly in Back to the Future?
Oh,
Crispin Glover.
Yeah.
Crispin Glover. They all three of those men have very similar personality traits in the way that they kind of are reserved. You could tell that they're constantly thinking, and they will probably have like 3 or 4 different responses or thoughts before every verbal reaction. Very reserved. And that was my impression of Jim. And again, couldn't have been nicer. He drove to my house and we were hanging out, and he was kind of like, "Hey, you need to clean up your house a little bit." But he was cool and just kind of weird. And so it was kind of an uncomfortable conversation as well. Go figure.
Please, that sounds like a good time.
It was still a good time, And then we became best friends, and he blocked me on Facebook.
What?
No, I'm just kidding. Let's check back in. What do you have for us here, Todd? What do you have? Is
I've
Sydney?
just been doing all the research on Sydney Prague that I can.
Yeah,
Sprague. She is the supporting artist, the only supporting artist announced for Jimmy Eat World and Dashboard Confessional on their tour.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And that's a big deal. That's a big deal for her. And again, she is, because I know that I've seen her. And unfortunately, I left Phoenix about 5 years ago. So I don't know. I don't recall if I had Sydney on. And if I did have her on, it was at the very beginning. But probably not. I'm sure she's featured on the station that I was on up there all the time. But I do know she's part of the circle, part of the scene of local musicians up there. And her getting that opportunity is great. And she's done other things too. She's making moves. So keep an eye on Sydney Sprague.
Does she got a hot dog yet?
She doesn't have a hot dog
sauce? Come on. There's only 2 moves that matter now,
She just started.
There you go. D-Rock said I did. And you know what? I know that I'm listening to her name. I'm like, I think I did. I do know Sydney personally. But we've worked with so many artists over the years. It's easy to forget. Until they start making a bunch of noise. Yeah. I mean, I'm best friends with like so many great artists. And just it's hard to keep them all together.
What are you going to do?
Yeah.
Keep track of these people.
Thanks for that, Todd. Let's go back to our troll post here. Let's see what we got in some of our comments. Because I know we got some updates, and I want to share a couple more of my favorites before we wrap things up. The troll post that you guys helped put together, 65 comments on the updated one where we put Pantera number 1, Slayer number 2, Nickelback number 3, and then we put in Slipknot. We slipped in Slipknot number 4.
Oh, wait. Can I pitch the idea that I think I want to do and ask what they think? Where instead of us doing one of these lists and like, oh, we just did it, and now the joke's over today. Tomorrow, I'm going to make yet another graphic, and we're going to have changed it again. We'll move Nickelback up yet another rank.
Yes.
We'll put in a different band, right? And then on Thursday, even maybe do it where we just, we change it again. And I do like just Post-it notes. and then on Friday it's just Nickelback in every slot. Like, I think that's a fun thing for the week, so that people, as they've seen it go all week, by the end of the week, people are like, this was hilarious all week. Like, I think that's funny to do it that way. What do you think of doing it that way?
Hot Rock, Todd, what do you say?
Good.
I say do it, homie.
Right?
But that
I think
gives
that's
it
fun.
away. That gives away the whole thing.
Yeah.
Right
We
now,
give away everything here. We are an open book. Our hearts are exposed here.
Yeah.
That go
can't be
tell
given
them.
away.
It's on our sleeve like a giant knot penis.
Trevor says not a good idea. Nick says no.
See, Mike says
Mike says
epic because
epic.
it's this one long epic thing. Like, I don't want to do one a week. See, Trevor's thinking like it's a real thing. Oh, every week. So every week we should make a fake list with 2 phonies on it and blah, blah, blah. That joke's dead.
In a way, and I'm thinking along the lines of Christina, where it would be too obvious. And I do want to go these weekly posts and like how Barstool does it. They do it like monthly, annual, and it re-tricks people to beat them over the head with it. Initially goes beyond my a blueprint of how this appears to work, and that was part of the theme of the whole segment yesterday and putting it together.
I think there's a benefit because you get both.
Yeah.
Because even again, we could do this next week, and let's just pretend we name top 10 cartoon characters. We're not going to do it, but then we do the same thing again, and then we change it again, and by Friday, we make it again, just completely ridiculous, and that's the joke.
Oh yeah.
Instead of we're
Friday,
not going
it's
to
like all
constantly
the same
fool
troll
people.
band. I don't know. Or, well, yeah. We'll keep comments coming in. What do you think? You like Power's idea? Should we do this? You guys are in on the joke, so let us know. Here's a couple comments that I just got recently. Gabriel, I got him hook, line, and sinker. He said the problem is with posers. They become DJs that have no clue. And so then I posted this GIF in return. How do you do, fellow kids?
That's so good.
Deanna said, I see 2 non-metal bands. Oh, who made this list? ICP and Nickelback? Really? Have you listened to either of them? Yeah. So I'll throw a haha on there. Let's see. We already read that one. Anthony's on there with the troll post. CP, that was my favorite one until the last one I just read. You got somebody calling right now. Let's go to the phones. Rock 1 2.1. Who's this?
Dave.
Hey, what's up, Dave? What can I do you for?
Were you guys giving away the tickets?
Yeah, we gave away tickets at 8:00, Dave.
What's that?
We gave away tickets at 8:00 in the morning.
Just getting that cue to call.
They gave them away?
Yeah, we gave them away tomorrow morning around 7:00. I'm going to let you know the time that you need to be listening to be caller 10 to win tickets for the metal tour of the year featuring Megadeth. Okay.
Good, man.
All right. Thanks, Dave. Appreciate the call, brother. Thanks for listening.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
All right. Take it easy. He had no idea who he was talking
He's
to.
not
It
listening.
happens. I know. It happens.
He's like, you're the secretary at the front desk, right?
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Jeff said that is a great idea. Genius, my friends.
It just depends what you want to do. Again, if we're really trying to trick people once a month and no, I think that getting this type of interactivity constantly is going to be better than once a month. We'll try to make a list with only doing 2 phonies on it, and you're going to get 20 interactions, and we'll do it for 24 hours, and then it's done.
Yeah.
Hey, B,
I see your argument.
Did
Hold
you
on,
see?
We got 1 second. Rock 1 2.1 KFMA. We're back on the podcast broadcast. What were you going to ask real quick, Hot Rock?
I was gonna. I don't know if you saw it, but one of my memes blew up while you was sick with the COVID, homie. I just sent you a link to it. It's got like 2,000 shares. It's crazy.
I think
So-
I did see this. I'm going to pull it up.
Did you see
on
that
it.
one?
I think it did. Give it to me again. Was it?
It
what
was
the concept?
it was the one about Dazed and Confused. Was set in 1993, or it came out in 1993, and it was set in 1976. So, what would Dazed and Confused be like if it was that same amount of time from now? Which means it would have come out in 2005.
Wow.
Just to make you feel old. And so I put it's Matthew McConaughey, and he's sitting there and he's like, it'd be a lot cooler if you were my number one with the bullet. He's got that hair that does this, you know what I'm saying? And
Yes.
it's got like 2,800 shares on it in the past month. That's what you got to be doing. Forget this whole getting
Troll
people
list?
to comment and troll it. You just got to find the right meme and the right avenue for the meme, and then it blows up, and then you're famous, and you still don't make any money, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Easy.
I like the fact that I mean,
And then
Hot
you do
Rock.
the hot dog.
Hot Rock is a creative genius. He's like, that's what you gotta do. You gotta do my genius. You gotta be a genius like me. It's simple. What are you talking about? You
Just put your face on a
cartoon.
meme, on every meme.
So funny.
Yeah.
Less than a minute on the stream, just so you know.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm looking for it, and I'll share it a little bit later. But don't forget to check out Hot Rock Superjoint's show tonight, 7 p.m. You can stream it live. You can check out all these weed hacks, these meme hacks, movie hacks galore. Superjoint.com. Let me leave you with this beef tip real quick. It looks like Wednesdays and Thursdays were voted the worst days to have sex. The tip is that is if you're in a relationship, because when you're in a relationship, you're like, not today. I can do it tomorrow. When you're single, though, every day is a good day to have sex.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I know that, I do a morning show. I wake up at 4:00 in the morning. I've been in a relationship for 2 years. I didn't get it on last night because I needed to get a good night's sleep. But if I was single and a girl texted me at 12:30 and said, what you doing? My response would be like, waking up and not getting any sleep for the next day.
Yeah.
So I guess there is no tip there. I just wanted to share that stat with you.
Especially if she's Sydney Sweeney.
Oh, yes. Good callback. It was a good throw out for Sydney Sweeney. Shout out to her. Don't forget to comment on our troll post on the Facebook page. But that's all the time we have for the show today. I'd like to thank our guest, weed rapper Hot Rock Superjoint. I'd like to thank Todd Marley for popping in on the podcast broadcast stream. I'd like to thank Powers for joining the show as always.
Yay.
And most importantly, I'd like to thank you for listening. Don't forget to tell a friend about Be Vegan Presents and help us spread the gospel. Riley's up next. Tomorrow morning, we'll continue to give away tickets for Megadeth. Until then, drive safe, ride safe, and rock local. Later.
When
Peace,
you
guys.
wish upon a side of beef, soon will come an end to all your grief. But if you've been mean or kind of bad, I will knock out all your teeth.